something. Oh, there we go. Hello. Right.
I'm phoning you. Just give me 2 seconds. I've got to hit the famous F4.
Oh my gosh. There's a refresh donut at the top of the thing.
I like F4.
Oh, I know you do. I know. Right. So, hello everyone. We are live. Tonight we're teaching mixed media. So this is what I did on Friday last week. So I'm just gonna show this through the camera. And so this is the page we did with the
Golden oldies.
the Golden Oldies paper book, paper pad, paper, whatever. Anyway, this is what we did last Friday. And then we also stream this on YouTube. So if your Facebook is playing up, you can hop over to YouTube. Oh, the Sandies are out. We're going to have a great day. We're having a great time. And then, yeah, that's because she's opening up something new. That she probably should just be using something other than her news thing. Right. Hello, Dee. Hello, Pam. Hello, Chloe. Okay, and another exciting thing this week, well, hello Tash, is we got the advent calendars on. So this is my advent calendar. We're gonna do a class a day as per usual of our advent calendars, starting on the 1st of December. Hopefully these classes aren't as rushed as last year's, because last year's I would like run in from the gym into my apartment, basically slide across with my bottle of water, stick it on, and go live. I wouldn't move my frame each day, just leave it. So maybe, hopefully, just a little bit more organized, so we can pretend it's December now. No, because that means Christmas is closer. Hello Raquel. Yeah, I'm not pushing for December, because that means then I have to be an adult and people expect me now to give gifts to everyone. So it's like, no, thank you. I checked the TV guide for tonight. Thank you for saving me. That's okay, Cheryl. Obviously, there's nothing good on TV tonight. Like every other night, pretty much. Oh, hello. Oh, yes, very excited, Dee, as well.
You get home at 11 o'clock and stand and eat dinner and see what you're watching.
No.
I was watching Universal Soldier last night.
I didn't notice that the TV was on a different channel than what we put it on when we left.
Oh, well, there you go.
Right. And hello, Diane. Right, so we're going to put that one to one side, because that's what's to come in December. And this was the page on Friday. I actually put that there. Anyway, also if you want to get the classes, you do have to buy the book off us, because we're doing it in a separate group. Because last year we did it all 25 videos in the Creative Family group, and it kind of spanned a lot of people, and there were some issues because we were doing multiple videos a day. Facebook didn't like us. They still don't really like us, but you know.
We love you, Facebook.
We love you, Facebook, but you seem to not like us very much. But anyway, so yes, that's that. So tonight we're going to be using the Golden Oldie. But I think it needs an S at the end. Anyway. Oh look, it's the double XL version. I did not know there was a double XL version. Is there an XL version of this?
No, sweetheart, that was last year.
Oh, okay. I'm a bit behind, as you can tell. Hello, Di. So we're going to use some. Pardon? This stamp. Oh, the little girl stamp that we're going to use is its code is stamp 287. And we're going to make some little faces. I'm going to stamp this on some stiff stuff. So we're going to stamp these faces out first. Just because I promised my mum I want to get paint on the stamp. And I think my scribe will appreciate it if we do it first. Hold up. I have a list of things I'm making every one for Christmas. Been going through some old videos of bits and pieces to make my ideas work. Oh, that sounds excellent, Chloe. Great use of time. I need to order one of these. Wasn't happy with last year's advent
Order
calendar.
one of these. I wasn't happy with last year's advent calendar. This year is cheaper. Yes, they are cheaper. We're going at $75 now until the class starts, and then they'll possibly go up. You guys don't want to know how much dear the freight was from the Netherlands this year.
Oh, honestly, it could give someone a heart attack.
Yeah.
I reckon. Also, I am still suffering from hay fever this week. Not as bad as last week because I'm officially on Zyrtec. Yay! However,
Co-mater is teaching the fun.
we are definitely. Thanks, Dad, for calling me later. Don't eat the free pistachio ice cream. Right, you can.
Right.
Sorry, that's my version of getting back at my dad. What's this piece from?
Face to face would have been a great thing to tell me about stamps cool here.
Oh, well, I couldn't find the name of it, so you got what we got. Okay, so I'm thinking that we stamp these faces onto one of the pattern pieces, but we want to choose a light pattern because we are using permanent ink for this. My permanent archival ink is black, and we want it to kind of stand out, and we're using black just so then I can see the lines, and B, we're using the permanent inks. Then we can come in and add some water to it and grunge it up a bit. It means that the ink won't run on us and we can still keep the patterns. So, oh, and I've got wet paint on my palette. Oh, we've got some green. Well, that's a definite colour we're using tonight then. Sorry. So let's have a look, see. What are we thinking? Maybe not. Reminds me a lot of one of the movies I had to watch as a kid. We could do that one, or maybe this one here. I do like this piece. I think it might look really nice with the faces on it. But yes, the advent calendar is cheaper this year currently, just because, you know, that's how it works out, I guess. I don't really get really involved in the figures of things. I just do what I'm told. See? So, it's a good way to live, apparently. Anyway, so what we're going to come in and do with our ink pad is we're going to give it like a full coverage. You can do this on a block to get like a nice solid print if you want. I'm not too worried if I don't get a full one. I'm mainly just after the overall shape. So come in. Now let's see what we want our face. Yeah? Yes. I started to do a mini album for my dad who passed on. Oh, condolences.
Yeah, see what you can chase up on the fan.
Yeah, that's pairing photos just. Oh, I might need a stamp block. Rats. Hey, Father.
Hey, yes.
I love you.
What do you want? It's your stamp.
Yeah, a large one, please. Or my ink pad's dying. Either option here. I don't really want to consider my ink pad that's dead.
Where was it?
That's a good question. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, there we go. Don't worry, we got it to work.
Excellent. We were about to give it a cutting plate.
We gave it some sepia.
Right, does that need to be washed?
Yeah. Does need to be washed. I think we're going to do one of those and hold up. We'll do a few of these flowers as well. Why are we turning on the aircon for?
Because it's stuffy.
I'm going to sing it. I'm not feeling it.
Give me the stamp that needs to be washed.
1 minute. I'm going to give you both in a row.
I'm under strict instructions not to let you wreck my stamps.
Thank you, but it's a shared stamp, so I would like to think that it's, you know,
Cheryl's going to do some pages of his other nephew's wedding. That's a great idea, Cheryl.
That's an excellent idea. Here we go. So it's the flower one and the ladies with flowers on it.
Where did the squares have come?
Oh, sorry. So this piece of paper came from the Goldie Oldies.
Golden oldies.
The Golden Oldies book that I
I've already put a link up there. It's a couple up. I'll put it up again.
Sorry, it only took me like a few seconds to misplace. So yeah, we got it out of this one here because at the back, you've got some of her Art by Marlene's collage papers, as you can see, which are her own artworks. Which is pretty cool. And then what we're going to come and do, we're just going to roughly cut out around her. Around her face. Oh, Noah went amazing last night. The concert was just over 2 hours long, and Noah's performance was the last one. So we had some great old time.
Video this year, either, because it was in the hall.
Yeah, we went on a video. I did an amazing reverse park though. Like I should have taken a photo. It was 100% straight. It was really good. Like they played 3 songs and whew, it's lovely. It's definitely different from when I went there. It's a lot bigger. The choir, it's like a full-on like army compared to the one we had. It has over 30 students in it. It's huge. But yeah, it was a really good. Played absolutely amazing. Gosh. He played really well, which is great because he really enjoys Rock Band. And I think he's thinking about taking up a second instrument. I wouldn't know though. He's thinking. So now we're just going to come in and it's like fussy cutting on the live video. But I'm not as good as fussy cutting as my mum, so just a heads up. This is going to be a little bit rough. So we're just coming in. And then we just need to cut this one as well. What, my older one?
Yeah.
Oh dear Lord. Didn't he call up to winch to Mum?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Bit of reverses going on.
He can have a good old time. Huh? The 2 peas in a pod. Right, here we go.
I was just happy we got one. That
Why? What was...
No. So I didn't have to cook. It's all good. Life is good.
Right, so got this piece of gauze here, so this gauze here is a piece of leftovers, which I've kept from one of our past videos, where it was the week where we overfilled the page with orange, so I like cleaned it up real quick with gauze. And what we're doing with this one is I've left it 3 weeks hanging quite flat out. You can see the bits that I didn't I guess unpick from itself or uncrumple it, because those bits are dried together, but it's a lot stronger now as a piece of gauze, and it's like a fishing net. So we're going to use that, I reckon, for this one. And let's grab out some of these little cutouts, because we don't actually have to fussy cut any of this. Oh, that's some secondhand packaging that I need. I'm running out of packaging, by the way, folks. I had to order more packaging at the shop. We officially ran out like 2 days ago of the big packets, and we're running out of small ones now. So fingers crossed it gets here soon. And then, so we're just going to come in and choose a few things. I do like the unicorns. I'm sure many of you have these books. I've heard a lot that the faces are the hard ones to use. So we might choose some faces to use.
Deborah has shared in the group what Marlene's sneak peek for those other 450 DSM tag books.
Ah.
So, and she's used some stuff, I believe, out of that golden book on the tag book.
There you go.
Not that I was snooping.
I don't think you snoop on Facebook. I think it's just coincidence that it pops up in your feed.
I'm a heavy Facebook watcher, you know.
You like the kitty? Oh, sorry. We'll go back. Oh, hello, Bronny. So we're going to go and find the kitty again. Let's go back. There's kitty on the first page. Oh, not that bad.
Right.
You're going to get me at that real optimum angle with like 3 double chins. There we go. Oh, the kitty. Right, I see. Yes. Get the kitty out then. Okay. Let's see. We might use the pufferfish. Hey, what do we think? The pufferfish and maybe a word or two. These are going to be in the background, so we don't want to get too attached to the things and saying that. Like, the things you want to use, you don't want to be like overly like, oh, if you paint over it. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't match your paints you use. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Marie. That's Minto. Oh. Sounds fun. Ooh, the butterfly. Gosh, I'm predictable, aren't I? There we go. Okay. And then maybe, I had a look at the snail last week. Oh, I just ripped the snail's eyes. We're definitely using the snail now. See? He's nearly one-eyed. Bit of a problem. So now we've got all that. Oh, do we need something else? Let's keep going. Oh, we didn't get to these the other day. Look at the unicorn and the lighthouse. The lighthouse forever and ever and ever. Right. So there's our pop-outs. We're just going to put our book on one side because we've got a bit of a limited space desk. And then what we're going to come and do is we're going to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. Normally we stick these down with glue and all the rest of it, and I say, oh, you can't stick it down with paint every week, and then a whole bunch of questions come out about what paint you can use and all the rest of it. So we're actually just going to stick these on with paint. And I'm going to show you how. So anyone got like a particular color they want us to use? Particular color. A particular color. Let me have a look. We want colors that blend well together, so we don't really want to have to do blue and orange because we want it to be more of a gradient. And if we do blue and orange, we're going to have to add a bit of white in there, and it might be a bit like hard. So we could do maybe like that's like a nice sunset, or we take out the orange and we've got some beachy colors there. Oh, I don't know why we keep playing it online every week. We have that color as well. We got lots of colors in here, hey. I'm gonna have to blow it in a second. What colors are we thinking? I'm so sorry you had to hear that. It's literally the only thing. Oh, set up. Just got my neon green. What do we think? We could do like just like a neon. Could do that color set there. It's quite a nice one. Maybe those colors. You know those colors? They might show things a little bit better. I am going to keep my colors out there. Maybe not orange. We use orange a lot currently. Alright, so what we're going to come and do is we're going to stick, I'm going to put on some paint straight on the page. And we want to do it in the order of the gradient we want. And I am putting out just a little bit extra of the neons because they tend to be a bit more translucent. Okay, right. Now we want a mostly dry brush, but we need it to be just that tinsy bit wet. So we're going to come in and wet it, and then we're going to wring it out with our hand. You can use a piece of paper towel on your hand, but it's better just to do it face out on your paper towel, because on your hand, I mean, because if you use a piece of paper towel, it does get a little bit too dry. And then we're just going to come up. This is why we get colors that blend. And before it dries, what we're going to do is we're going to come in and stick down some of our bits and pieces. So you can see. And then we're going to do it again over this side. And we'll do like a few layers. So I'm just going to stick some blue on there. Yes, very pretty colour, see?
Very pretty.
Going for a bit of an underwater effect. And the idea with tonight's classes is that we're going to stick down a piece of collage every time we put on some paint. So then the collage just keeps stacking up, and we don't do it all in one hit. Because often we glue it down all in one hit, and that can get a little bit disastrous, especially with handling the glue. I don't know if any of you have seen all of you have seen how sometimes glue and I aren't best friends. Just sometimes it just doesn't work out well, you know. Then what we're gonna come and do, stick down some of our stuffs, making sure we get all the little bits and pieces.
I really want a pack from Mint.
Yeah, apparently it was huge. She had to get one of her boys to help lift it.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Oh, you're jealous. Don't worry, Dad, it's not chocolate.
You wouldn't last 10 minutes in this house before.
Oh, bit of a comment. Dad complained about my snacking habits this afternoon, and then I pointed out that I got them from him.
Genetically not possible.
Oh, genetically possible. Right, I'm just going to come in and get rid of the extra paint I've got on my paintbrush. And stick down them. Ooh. Another flower. There we go. Right, now we've got these ones on. Come and do. Ooh, it's still a bit wet there, so we've got the opportunity to stick something else down. By doing this as well, it also makes your paint dry just a little bit faster, because you're sticking it in the wettest areas possible, which means that you're putting a barrier between it and your next layer. So the colours won't mix as much between your layers, which means you'll have a bit more of a difference between them. So then what we're going to come and do is we're going to grab out, just think of a mermaid scale, so I just saw my dots. My dots. And we might come in with our aqua paint from Walmart. Just lightly damp them on. We're not going to stick collage this layer because it probably won't go too well. Let's just add some detail in between the large paint areas we're going to do. Because essentially you can use paint as a glue for pretty much anything. However, I do suggest still using art glue. This is a good technique if you want layers to blend a bit and if you want a fast and easy page, because you do have to wait for art glue to dry. Like, you can keep going once you stuck things down, but you've seen how sometimes it gets into a bit of a wet mess on my pages. It depends how much you're willing to push that piece of paper or your backing piece, depending on what material it is. Right, there we go. So I'm not doing these straight, I'm doing them on a bit of an angle, and I'm not keeping to the rules of composition either. What did I do, Dad?
No.
Okay.
Who was that?
I thought you said my name.
No.
If they leave chalk where you can reach it, it's their fault. Exactly, Chloe. Exactly. Right, there we go. So, now we've got the tilly pieces there. What we're going to come and do is with our palette knife, which is just a little bit clumpy at the moment. Let's see if this is going to come off easily. Nope. When I used to live with Milton, he used to clean these every week. It was one of his pet hates, having palette knives with paint all over them. It's very useful having a roommate that did that. Like, a very useful quality. Anyway. Let's grab out our mandala stencil. So what we're going to come and do is I think we're going to go in with our light green, or we wanted to go, I think I purely decided on ocean colours by myself. I hope everyone's okay with that, by the way. If you're not, please shout out. comment section. I do take suggestions. I follow most suggestions, well, pretty much every suggestion. Yeah. I'm going to go with nearly every suggestion I've followed in classes. But yeah, so we're going to use some of our police paint. This might make it a bit dark, so we might have to come in with a bit more of a lighter colour next. Just a heads up. So we're going to come in, and with our palette knife, we might not use that one actually. We'll use a different one, like this one. Come in. Go.
Oh, Chloe, you have no idea the rate the chocolate disappears in our house.
You're one of the main culprits.
Never home.
Neither am I. Right, here we go. So we don't want the whole thing. We just want bits and pieces. And we're using a palette knife because we want it to be a bit thicker than what we usually have. Oh, jeez.
Ronnie's asked about the glow in the dark on your classroom. So what do they do and how do you use them?
Well,
Wow.
see, we're supposed to do the class about that tonight. Didn't like how that worked out, so we're just going to spread that. We got to bring one home. I blame my parents because I was at the pool at the time.
Well, what can I say?
Like, you know, you could say sorry, but I'm not holding my breath for it. So we might try that stencil again in a little bit of time.
You're cooking your own dinner now.
You've already cooked dinner.
Ah.
So what's the point in threatening that?
I'll throw yours in a bit.
You think that will stop me from eating it? Oh my god. Do you not know me?
It's just reused. What did we use this for? The burrito bowl chicken.
Yes. Right, so he's coming in and we are drawing in these circles. Mum has offered that if you want some of these strips that we have from making flares, that we can put a few in your order if you request for your collage and whatnot. Because apparently we just have a few of them.
No circle thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I think we do.
About 6,000.
About 6,000 of them, yeah. So if you do want them, they're a nice size hole. We're going to use them as a stencil tonight. A makeshift stencil to match our other little dots. No, dots on top of dots. Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Fancy. So, then we're going to come in with, I think I said we needed a lighter colour compared to last time. I'm heading towards this like a neon green. Just a heads up. It's going to look out there. Or you know what we might use? We might just use Mum's metallic set. And absolutely hilarious. Oh, thank you, Chloe.
The banter is absolutely hilarious. Thanks, Steve.
See, you know, it's
Oh.
Yeah, so if you just request them, we can send a few strips. However, I do think you need to probably request a number because a few to my mum could be like 1,000 depending on her mood. So just a heads up.
It's a bit like when she brought home those bags from Paperific. I thought she was going to get one bundle, but no.
Yeah, we brought home a bunch of bags from Paperific.
About 250.
She said a few. So Dad and I were planning for one when we were packing the pallet. That turned into the pallets. Then, turns out that a few was more than a few.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, just to get these metallics to have a bit more body to them, I'm coming in and I'm adding the Montmartre Aqua to it at the same time. This will still make sure that the metallic paint that we're using will shine through, but it also will give that a bit more body and keep its color a bit more because it's quite a similar green, the metallic we've chosen. So we're just coming in. I think my dad's more on Facebook than on the video, by the way.
Yeah. Just scroll.
I'm so glad that you're scrabbing for me.
Oh, I'm all like this.
Yeah.
Oh, coming to Glady. Chloe's coming to Glady. Quick lock the shop. Ah, you're kidding, Chloe. This coming Wednesday night. Woohoo!
Oh, it's like a week. Cool. We'll still be here.
Yeah. We've got a million things to do.
We do. And you were the person saying that we were chipping away at the list today.
We are.
That we were getting there.
We just need a chipper to turn into a jacket.
Well, then you need to go to the tool shop. Okay. And we also get this nice little gradient that comes through by doing this as well. No, it doesn't seem like much right now with our bits and pieces with the metallic mixing with the normal paint, but it does look really nice. I might just go over the lady's shirt there a little bit.
Hey Chloe, if you come over, you can help me look for those 2 bits of paper I can't find.
And then, gosh, Dad, you're dodgy.
Lexi says that your page looks pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I had Rosie helping me make her own kit today.
Oh, yeah.
Buy a kit online, come and help put it together. I need a DIY kit.
Good. Now, next time my father complains, or my mum yells at him, might have this moment. Anyway, so we're going to come in. And we want to add this on pretty thick. As you can see, I stuck the word be happy on there where we had some wet paint, like a large amount. I am being careful though because we've added water. The paint does lose some of its glue-like qualities. So we just want to be a little bit more careful when sticking things to our paint with this one here. So we're just going to come in and then let's see, maybe not the circle girl. Where's a word? Word in there. Well, there we go. Oh, don't have enough paint underneath. This can be easily remedied. So it's like coming out of it.
Sorry, I got sidetracked watching my guy.
You mother MacGyver. Oh, hello, Lorraine. I'm happy to help out. Gives me a break from chasing kitties. Well,
you're all good, Chloe.
That's all good.
Actually, there's a Dreamland kit I still have to make for you. Let's leave that alone.
Why haven't you made that one? That was from. Oh, great. Gollywog. Well, at least I know what I can dob you in for when I'm in trouble. Divert. Divert, divert, divert.
Wow.
And here we go. So we're going to come in with our other circle now. What we want to do is we want to paint inside of it. So we're going to hold down. This is a roll of red tape, by the way. That's empty. Because the red tape comes on plastic rolls. It's a handy hint, by the way. Super handy. And this is just to match our circles on the other side of our page. Okay. Now that's not an exact circle, but really close. It's going to come in. A bit more. There we go. Then add this one. There we go.
I think I missed what stencil you used. The dotty stencil.
The dots we made, that was from the flare strips.
No, the small.
Oh, that's the Art My Marlene dot stencil. Right, and now the next step I think we're going to do is going to come in with this one. Here, we've used the other two from this kit. I was trying to think of how I could use this. I used it on Friday night to make like a film strip type thing, but I just don't know. Maybe... Let's see how we go. Where's our straight paintbrush? Straight edge paintbrush. Some of our orange. I know I said we were going to avoid orange, but well, that's clearly over.
You get 3 or 5 stencils in the packet with it.
3. Can do lots with one stencil though.
Oh, no.
If you want, we can.
Count them in the packet the other day because that was brand new.
We could do like 10 classes with one stencil if you want.
No, more pass.
You sure? Just with one stencil.
So which one are you using? Not the basic board.
No, it's the one with the alphabets in it.
Not floatable frames.
It might be sold out.
No, there's still one on the counter.
There's still one on the counter. Oh, would you look at that? One left.
Well, there was still one on the counter.
It was.
Might be something like that. I might have bought it since we left.
Might have. Right, and then we're going to come in and where the glops of paint are, remember, we're going to come and stick something down because we're going to stick something down every single paint layer we do. Then what I think we might need is a bit of yellow. Well, most paint layers. We are trying for nearly every, but we might only get most.
All mixed up.
And we're going to come in with our yellow. And we're going to do our... We're making an oval by just doing 2 sleek movements. And
Artie Designs.
Hardy Designs, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, sorry folks, this is my first early night. What a few.
We'll just have to make you stay up late then.
No. This should.
You sure you don't want to stay up late?
No.
Thank you. So by doing those designs in yellow, it just adds some of the pop back in from our stick outs we're doing. And it keeps layering up all of our different layers. And then what I think we might need is got a bit of a look-sees here. Might need some white. I mean, I'm quite happy with this. I'm not going to lie. We don't really have to come back in and add lights and darks because we've kept the paint really separate in the layers by using collage to stick onto the really like heavy blodgy bits and pieces, which just takes away from drying time. We've created this in less than 40 minutes, would you believe?
There you go.
I'm very surprised. Thank you. What should we add next? I'm thinking white, but I don't know.
Sandy said I'm doing a great job. Yours is a bit dodgy.
I see, Dad. So nothing is really beautiful. Yes, it is an easy way to start. And just the grading, you've just got to make sure you choose colours that mix well. So originally not like blue and orange, orange and purple. Orange is just not a good colour to start with. Orange and green. Yeah, but that's like when, like as the base layer when we did the gradient and all the colours mixed together in that one layer, you want to make sure you have colours that are on like the same tonal level. So like blue, green, and yellow are a really nice fit. If you're more of a greeny person. If you're a red, could do like a red, an orange, and a yellow. More of a really deep sunset type thing. Right. I'm trying to think. I know. I think I just want to like do like some like little script writing down here in white. But that might just be me because I put text on everything. What do you think? I know it's really simple, but the point is just to show you that you can use paint as glue. And it does take away from the drying time. So as long as your bits that you're sticking down are just like ordinary bits of paper, like fussy cuts, and you've got like glumpy bits of paint on it, you can stick it down. It'll stick down to that. That's like the whole point in the class. Because we do get, because every week I stick it down, I'm like, oh, you can't use white paint for this, and people are like, ooh. And I get a lot of questions after class, and I try explaining it in words, and never works out well. I'm not really great at verbal speaking. So let's see. I reckon just like some white scripted text, and we might be done, maybe. That did not sound good.
Find out what that bang was. Nearly as good as that bang.
Yeah, that was a Lindy Smith.
Yeah, it was one of the bus.
Oh, I see. Don't worry, people. Okay, here we go. So we've got our bit, and we've got our little tub of gesso, and then come in. We've got a nice thin paintbrush. It's got like a bit of a nice point to it. And then so we're just doing like fake script. It's delicious. I made it. Not your father. Oh wow,
wow, look at that. That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm just doing like little script tags down here. Thank you. We didn't even
Thank you,
use
script.
we didn't even use the girl that we like initially cut out. I'm going to use this on some girls later.
Oh,
Might
there
colour
you go.
her in.
You didn't wreck my stamp, did you?
Oh,
No.
I'm going
washed
to
it.
teach Copic how to Copic colour her.
Your stamp is being washed.
The stamp was washed immediately.
You didn't even use it.
No, I didn't. But it looks good without her, so we'll use it next week maybe.
Looks very good. That book is just the book that keeps on giving, isn't it?
Oh.
I'm nearly made. I've got 200 flares to make tonight. I'm nearly done.
Go, Mum.
Close to getting done. Probably going to kill the back and shoulders.
She's made about 67. Dad is doubting her number scanning skills. But anyway,
I just did a quick count.
don't ruin her spirits.
No.
Unless you want to be the one on that flare machine.
I'm planning I'll be there later.
I thought you were looking for an early night.
I was.
Right, there we go. Oh, now we need to stick some white up. Oh, this is why we don't add white to things. Because then we'll be here for another half an hour. Right, here we go.
I will take a photo of this after. Are you going to put it up?
I'm not really good at taking photos of my stuff right now. Dad will be taking a photo of it. More than likely.
Which means I have to find my phone. It's being responsible when you become an adult stuff's rocks.
I should be saying that. I am 21 and you are 40 something.
I haven't reached maturity.
You haven't reached maturity. Oh, does that come when you're 50?
I'll let you know.
What about 80?
I'm thinking by then I've lost it.
Oh, I see. So you'll be back to childhood. I see. You'll spend 2 years in maturity and then you'll be back down to being a teenager. Is that it?
Something like that.
Excellent. I'm glad to see that we're on the same page. Right here. Let me look this up. So this is tonight's class. I know it's very simple. We didn't use half the stuff I said we were going to use. Sorry. But it's just a good way to show you how to make a quick page. And like we didn't even have to come back in. Normally we have to come back in and add some color here and there because we've lost it in between the layers. But we didn't because we've kept it nice and simple. And we've made sure that the paint hasn't combined between the layers by using it as glue instead of adding art glue to it. Which has also kept our page really dry. Like I can touch this. And the only thing that's going to come up is a bit of that white and some of that yellow. And it's nearly dry as well. So that's tonight's class. Thank you all for coming. Just a friendly reminder that tomorrow we have our Friday night class at 6 p.m. Mum is creating with something.
Hello, Winter.
Hello, Winter. I think she might be trying to use glow-in-the-dark paint. Just a heads up. I don't know. She might. Now that I say that, she probably won't. Oh, well. Thank you all. Oh, thank you for the comments. And weekly roundup is Saturday now. Just a heads up. There was something else I had to say, wasn't there? And the weekly kits will be coming out soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I've been cutting for them all week, so I hope they come out soon or else I'm going to be real disappointed. Anyway, I will check her right. 6:30, not 6. Is it at 6?
No, it's at 6:30.
It's at 6:30 p.m. Queensland time. Our class is currently because of daylight savings, and Queensland doesn't do it because the cows will get confused and our curtains will fade. You gotta laugh at some things. Anyway, thank you. Thank you all for coming, and we shall see you tomorrow. Bye.